I'm counting down my favorite summer movies, so stay tuned.
Thank you for coming along. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the show.
Welcome back to Robert Reacts, where I react to things. Thanks for joining me. Today, I'm reacting to the 18 summer movies that I put together, and today is part one. So starting off, where we have at number 18, 1991's Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
I'm getting rid of her for 2 whole months. I can go to the beach. I can stay out as late as I want. I can do anything. I'm a free woman.
This is a movie about 5 siblings that are left alone after their babysitter croaks, and the oldest fakes her way into a corporate job because she's a Vassar gal. The movie stars Christina Applegate, super young, fresh off her run from Married with Children. And a fun fact about this is that the movie actually bombed in theaters, but became a massive cult hit on cable TV, especially for Gen X and elder millennials like myself. Number 17 is 2005's Hostel.
Come all the way to Europe just to smoke pot?
Hey, I come all the way from Iceland, man.
Yeah, what if we did? We did that every day in college. Why not, like, check out a museum?
No, you're right. Yeah, we should go to a museum. How about the hemp museum?
This film is gross. I think that this was maybe trying to do what Jaws did for swimming in the ocean or what Psycho did for taking showers with hostels, but I think it only boosted our understanding of what a hostel was in general, because we weren't just going to take the movie's word for it that hostels are breeding grounds for murder. The movie is about American backpackers in Europe who find themselves lured into a torture-for-profit ring. And a fun fact is that Quentin Tarantino helped produce the film, and it was so intense that it sparked debates about torture porn and horror. There's a lot of torture in this film. Number 16 is 1997's I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Don't you see? He's got us now. Okay, this is exactly what he wants. We can't go to the police, not now. He's made sure of that. He's just out there and he's watching us and waiting. What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
Which is a slasher that was capitalizing on the success of Scream, which was released the year before. It's about a group of friends who hit someone with their car and cover it up, and are then stalked by a hook-wielding killer a year later to get revenge. And a fun fact about this is that Jennifer Love Hewitt's iconic "What are you waiting for" line was suggested by a kid on set, and then it made it into the movie. Isn't that wild? Like, that's one of the most iconic moments of the movie, so iconic that they repeated it in the second one. I'm curious to see if it'll be in the reboot that's coming out this summer. So I guess we'll have to stay tuned for that. Number 15 is 2018's Summer of '84.
Davey. Hey. Gotta say, you scared the hell out of me last night.
Yeah, we were, sorry about that. We were just playing Manhunt. I didn't expect you there.
A fun summer movie about neighborhood kids who suspect that their neighbor is a killer. It's very reminiscent to another movie on this list. This movie is a love letter to 80s nostalgia, and the movie flips the fun by having an adventurous tone on its head with a much darker third act. Very 80s. Number 14 is 1999's Summer of Sam, the movie about David Berkowitz, aka the Son of Sam killer. The film takes place in New York City, where the Son of Sam murders and a heat wave are intensifying tensions in an Italian-American neighborhood. It's directed by Spike Lee, and it's one of those movies that's more drama than it is horror or action. But I only remember the horror of it because it definitely made me nervous to come home late at night. I think that was maybe the goal. The film mixes true crime with disco-era culture and paranoia. Number 13 is 2005's Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
What? I told you guys I'm just gonna take them off and we're gonna pretend like
Carmen,
this never
that's not it at all.
Carmen, Come over here and look at yourself. They look amazing on you.
Call me crazy, but it's scientifically impossible that a pair of pants could fit me.
And me.
And me.
And me.
A movie about a group of friends who find a pair of pants at a thrift store that ends up fitting all of them. The four of them having different body types. So it's weird that this pair of pants fits them all perfectly. And so even though they're not going to be spending their summer together, they agree to share the pants, and the pants becomes the thing that documents their experiences over the course of the movie. Fun fact about the pants is that they were custom tailored to fit all four actresses, and that cheats the magic of the pants just a little bit. But, you know, it has to be believable. Number 12 is 2011's Monte Carlo.
You gotta get out of here.
Why? This is all paid for. You never leave when it's paid for.
This is too crazy. They're gonna see right through me.
Grace, you'll be fine. Here is the plan. We go to that ball. Real Cordelia gets to play hooky for a few days. Parajaca gets his charity girl. And we all get the vacation that I deserve. How's that for a plan?
A film about a young girl from Texas who dreams of going to Paris, and her parents end up sending her to Paris for her graduation trip, only to find out that her stepsister, who she doesn't care for, is coming along almost as a chaperone. And what ends up happening when they get there is really cool. They end up realizing that Selena Gomez's character bears a striking resemblance to royalty, and so they end up living a lavish life, even though they had gone to Paris expecting to have kind of meager accommodations. A fun fact about this is that Selena Gomez, playing two roles in the film, did some of her own stunts, including dancing on cobblestone streets. Didn't know dancing on cobblestone streets counted as a stunt, but I see you, Selena. Number 11 is 2008's Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Pop up now. Stop. Get down. Get down there. Remember, don't do anything. Nothing. Pop up. Well, you got to do more than that, because you're just laying, it looks like you're boogie boarding. Just do it. Feel it. Pop up. Yeah, that wasn't quite it, but we're going to figure it out there. Let's go surfing. Come on.
Which is a movie about a guy who gets broken up with, and so he's trying to heal his heartbreak by going to a Hawaiian resort, only to realize that his ex and her new boyfriend are also staying there. And a fun fact about this movie is that Jason Segel, who stars in the film, actually wrote the script based on a real breakup that he experienced. And the Dracula musical, or the Dracula puppet musical in it, also his idea. Number 10 is 1991's My Girl.
Bill! I love you so, I always will. I look at you and see the passion eyes of May. Oh, but am I ever gonna see my wedding day?
Which goes down in history for me as the first time I ever cried at a movie. And I was inconsolable. I couldn't walk. I still remember it. The movie's about a young girl navigating first love, loss, and growing up during one unforgettable summer. And of course, there is the tragic ending for Thomas J. And that's what made me cry. It was that whole thing. That made me cry, made me afraid of bees, all of it. And the fun fact is that Macaulay Culkin took on a more sensitive role than his Home Alone fame. And yes, that bee scene broke hearts everywhere, including my own. And that's it. That's the first half of our list of summer movies. Come back on Friday and I'll give you the other 9. I'll see you then.